All right, shalawam. Uh, First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth, shalawam. There's our chud here, GMS precepts. Real quick, I got two precepts or a precept I want to link up together. The first one is in Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, concerning Esau. Okay, concerning the Edomites. All right. Now, if you go into this chapter, it goes into the destruction of Edom. All right. So, if anybody wants to know, I know there's a lot of so-called Christians or whatever that try to say, or people that say Esau was done away with already, they were destroyed. I mean, if you look up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it explains how Esau or Edom is a place of great future judgment. All right. None like any other nation. Okay. Um, so if Esau or Edom was done away with, where is that in history? You can't find it. All right. Why? Because it hasn't taken place yet. It didn't take place yet. But if you want to know how it's going to go down, um, Jeremiah 49th chapter is a good one. Also 50, 51 are all good chapters to go into uh, concerning the destruction of Edom. Isaiah 34th chapter, right? But let me read this one verse here that's highlighted in Jeremiah 49 and 16 concerning Esau and Edom. Okay? Well, damn, let me start at, let me start up a verse 15. It says, Jeremiah 49 and 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Right now, the Most High placed Esau or Edom as that top nation, right? And here it is. Edom was created to be the basis of men. All right, basis of men. They are the lowest on the totem pole as far as the table of the nations. Okay, and showing you the might and the power of the Most High, He allowed the basis of men to be rulers. Okay, to be rulers. If you go back to the Renaissance period, around 500, roughly 500 years ago, or the rebirth was what? It was a rebirth of the last leg of the Roman Empire. Okay, and here it is, a prophecy saying what? I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Right? If you go into verse 12, it goes into, it'll bring it all in context, right? But I just want to get to this verse here. Verse 16, it says, thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down from hence, saith the Lord. Right? So let's go back to that again. It says, thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart. O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. So once you hear this verse here, or the line in this verse here, we already know who that's talking about, right? That's concerning the Edomites, because if you go into, which I have here pulled up as well, in Obadiah, what nation was known to dwell in the clefts of the rock, right? That's none other than the Edomites. Okay? It says, even though thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, meaning what? They're very pompous. Okay? The pride of Esau is unmatched. Okay, now you gotta, the other nations, Moab, Ham, Ishmael, they all have pride. They're all cocky in a way, but no nation is as pompous or prideful as Esau. All right. Continuing, it says, and the pride of thy heart, O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Okay, now because what, a hill, if you're on the top of the hill, it's a position of power. Okay, they say in war, the strategy, if you see certain movies, they say take the high point. Okay, so when the enemy comes, you can see them, and it's easier to attack them, right? So it says, "O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, okay, I will bring thee down from thence." So it says, "Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle," right? Because the eagle is known to be one of the birds that fly the highest in the sky. All right. They also have one of the best eyesight or vision, so they can scope out their prey. Right. But it says, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle," meaning, it says that holdest ahead of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, meaning it's themselves that they put themselves in or feel they're in a high status, which in essence they are. Why? Because the Most High put them there, right? But guess what? Even though you consider yourself as high as the eagle, or even though you're in that certain position, guess who's going to bring you down? Guess who's going to take you out of there and put you in your rightful place of position amongst the nations? The same one that put you there, the same one that gave you that strength, right? That position, the rulership of the whole earth, the same entity that gave you that power is the same one that's going to take it away. It says, and the answer is right here. It says, "I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord." And it continues, it says, and also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Right? So I want to link this scripture here to Obadiah, the 3rd verse. I mean, this whole chapter is bad concerning Esau or Edom. I'm going to go to the point here in the 3rd verse of Obadiah. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." So this is a direct precept to Jeremiah 49:16. It says, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." Obadiah 3rd verse, "The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." So their pride, you know what? It's better that way. You see, the Most High has a pattern of allowing these other nations to feel good about themselves, to be filled up with pride, just to take them down, right? And their pride they have in themselves isn't out of nowhere. It's for a reason. It's because they are that top nation, right? Going back to the Egyptians, the Most High allowed the Egyptians to be the top nation, right? So they were filled up with pride. But guess what? It was that much sweeter when the Most High took them down, and also it gave the Most High more fear from the other nations, because it was known that the Most High, the true power of the Israelites, was the one that took out the Egyptians. And the same thing is going to happen here in this time. It's going to be known that it was the God of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that took out the great superpower, the great white hope, or the Edomite kingdom. It was the Most High that did that. And not only, and what's going to make this deliverance so much greater, it's not that it's only going to be the Edomite kingdom that's going to be destroyed. It's all other kingdoms, right? Because right now you've got all these other nations. They're not quite at an evil playing field, but they're getting there, right? That's why these other nations, they have a very, very strong military. Their military is getting stronger. Okay, but guess what? The Most High is not only going to get rid of the Edomite kingdom, he's going to get rid of all nations, all their hosts. Okay? Alright, so let me finish up this verse. It said, "The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, though that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" Right? And that's the pride of Esau. That's a very prideful man. saying that who shall bring me down to the ground? He sees the chariots, the sightings of the chariots that are on a daily basis. He sees how they maneuver, how they defy the law of physics, and he still thinks in his little puny brain that he's gonna be able to fight against the Most High and the angels. Very prideful. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Alright, so it's going to be the Most High that's going to do it. Alright, so that's pretty much, that's the two precepts I wanted to link up together. Lord willing, brothers and sisters, were edified. Till the next show, shalawam.